Special thanks to Anchor for distributing my podcast through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, and Castbox. With my podcast, we're going to be bringing you discussions and personal commentary on music, entertainment, celebrities, politics, love, health, and happiness. So do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.
I spend time and I spend energy and I spend effort and I spend everything I have, every fiber of my being to give people quality.
What's going on, you guys, for another episode with Talk with TURKBISH. Remember, if you want the tea, well, simply talk with TURKBISH, just talk with me. We are here today, and I have one question to ask you guys before we even get into hot topics today. World, do we have a problem? Do we? I mean, the Queen, NICKI Minaj, will be returning Thursday midnight, going into Friday, 12 a.m. with Do We Have a Problem featuring Lil Baby. The Queen is back. What's happening? Rerun. She about to make these bitches rap again. Do you hear me? Like, listen, the producer already said, like, she's a genius, and the song is coming out, and it's about to be hot. And I'm excited. We're going to have a special episode that night. I'm going to have a lot of the barbs up here. We're going to be talking and celebrating the Queen's return for this new era. I'm liking the rollout, you guys, already. Because, like, they're already trying to slander her name with these false allegations and stories. As soon as she released the, announcement about Do We Have a Problem. And because of that, the haters got right on it. Atlanta Records started working, allegedly. And the media started to work against her as soon as she released her announcement that she was returning. And a lot of people caught wind of this. They was like, this is some BS. They're always trying to sabotage her. So you guys get ready for that. She's going to also be on The Late Show with James Corden, February 3rd, 12:37 a.m. on CBS. We all going to be tuned in. So you need to make sure that you are present and watching with me. And I know that she's going to be dropping the video. They said that the video was already shot with her and Lil Baby. So I know that it's going to be epic. And I just think she's going to be rapping this time around. They said it's definitely new. It's refreshing to hear. And they're saying that the girls that are out right now aren't rapping like what Nicki's about to bring. So you guys, we all need to support this woman. She's actually doing what needs to be done. She understands the assignment. She is going to be rapping for her life. We have 5 days until we break the internet. We have been promoting all over, and I just know that this era coming around is just going to be epic, you guys. It's so much that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to get into Nicki a little bit more later, but I'm going to go ahead and play some music, so you guys go ahead and tune in, enjoy. When I get back from playing music, we're going to talk some hot topics. This is going to be a quick, short episode. The charts are coming out on tomorrow, so I'm going to update you guys. I have a big interview with Sapphire from Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 1 and Season 2 coming out this week. She's releasing her new single, Your Love. She's doing it for her kids. I want to shout out to Bammy. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for helping me network and helping me grow my podcast even more. And you guys, we have a great estimated audience for this past week. I've been dropping content. I'm going live with Candy Washington tomorrow. We're going to talk reality TV. I'll drop the episode for that on all platforms. You can now listen to me on Amazon Music and Audible. I'm international, baby. 5 motherfucking countries and more to come. I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to talk my shit because I put in work this past year. Look how much I've accomplished in 1 year, you guys. So I already know that there's just more to come. You have to manifest what you want out of life. I know that I'm going to get a better position and I'm going to be put in a better position. I know that my business is going to get started. I know that my t-shirt line is going to come out. I know that my book is going to come out, which I have the title to, by the way, already. In case you guys didn't know that I was already writing a book. Yeah, I'm coming out with a book and I'm going to give my truth about the stuff that I've been through, the experiences I've lived. I'm not going to use people's names, but if you know me, you know. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to also let this be a book for the black gay community to let you guys know as a double minority that we have to work extra hard to get where we need to be in life and to accomplish all the things that we want to accomplish and to be successful. But within that, I'm also going to give my own type of account of my experiences, what I had to endure growing up, what I had to endure in my young adulthood to now transition into my 30s. And so next year, you guys will be able to experience that. I'm excited about it. I just have so much that I'm trying to work on, and I have so much to be thankful for. And this is not me gloating. This is me coming to you as humble as possible, because there have been a lot of people who laughed at me, who said I wouldn't have made it. And I am here because of God. God and my guardian angels, my father, both of my mothers who are in heaven, my grandparents who are in heaven, they are watching over me, and they're going to make sure that I will break a generational curse, and they will make sure that I will be able to put me and my family in better positions. They will make sure that I am going to follow a path of success and be put on the right path and be guided to nothing but glory. And I'm just excited for the journey, and I want to thank everybody. Thank you to all my listeners in all of the countries in the U.S. Even though the U.S., I need you guys to pick it up a little bit. I need my people to support me a little bit more, and I want to thank you for the ones who have been supporting me. But thank you to everybody in Turkey, in Sweden, in Germany, in Russia. I am thankful and grateful for you guys listening, tuning in, keeping me on the charts, being interested in what's going on in the U.S. Because, you know, there's a lot going on here. You guys want to keep up with what we got going on. I understand. And I'm here to give you the tea in addition to the tea. So we are here. I have a lot of content coming up this week. So you guys be ready for the ride. We're going to play some music. Peace out. All right, we are back. I hope you guys are enjoying the music that I leave you guys. Now, I wanted to clarify the episodes, when I put them up, I have 2 on Spotify. Everywhere else plays just 1. Now, the ones that say without music means that I'm able to put music that's not copyrighted on those episodes. Even though it says without music, you're still going to get some type of music. So I need to clarify that for people who don't understand it. Now, on Spotify, there's 2 episodes. One without the copyrighted music. When it says without music, it's the one without copyrighted music. but you still get music. And on Spotify, there's the one with Spotify's added music, where I'm able to add Spotify music. If you have a Spotify membership, a subscription, whatever, however they call it, if you have that, then you're able to get full access to whatever songs that I add via Spotify. So I encourage you guys to listen via Spotify. Get you a free Spotify, and so you can enjoy and get the full, the full experience of my show and what I'm trying to offer here. Because I want to be able to give off new music, talk about new music, let you guys know what I'm listening to, and I see whatever you're listening to, I play it on my show. I love that. I always find music that you guys post, and I always play it on my show once I fall in love with it. So I'm going to do that, and I just wanted to clarify that for people who don't understand. But we are here to talk about hot topics. I know you guys are ready to discuss, and I'm ready to discuss as well. So now, Janet's documentary had 4 parts, 2 hours on Friday night and 2 hours on Saturday night, and it came on A&E and Lifetime. And I was excited for the documentary, and I still enjoyed it thoroughly, but I do feel like she's still in control of her story. Pun on control, one of her best pieces of work. So pun on that, she's still in control of the narrative and what she wants to display, and as far as her truth is concerned. There's still a lot of underlying things that, I feel like we don't know. Of course, it's the Jackson 5 dynasty, so they're going to save their dynasty by not letting people know their business. And that's the same, for Beyonce. Beyonce's the same way, and we've known her to be like that for years. So, it's the same thing. And now, with that being said, there are a lot of things I want to bring up. Now, she did speak about her brother and the sexual abuse against children allegations and how it affected her career. This woman, her brother was signed to Pepsi, had a deal with Pepsi. Coca-Cola called our girl and said, hey, we want to offer you this. And then the news broke about Michael Jackson. And from there, she lost her deal. She wasn't able to sign the deal. She was about to sign, but soon as she was about to sign, the allegations came forth. And so it kind of hindered her career. She talked about, how Michael used to call her a pig, cow, and a horse, but she said it wasn't done out of malice. These things were what brothers and sisters do. I don't ever recall calling my siblings names like that. He might have been playing. I know siblings play a lot, especially when they're young. But I've never said nothing like that to my siblings ever, because I wouldn't expect them to say nothing foul like that to me, because I'm an emotional person. So if you say stuff like, pig, cow, and slut and fat and all that stuff, like, I'm emotional, so I'm gonna take it to heart. But they say if you have a problem, do something about it. And after a while, those things did stop bothering me. But I can admit, at that age, it probably would have bothered me. But now, I just see past it. But she also went on to talk about the Justin Timberlake scandal with the Super Bowl event. Now, I'm still pissed. It still angered me to watch it last night again, in regards to the whole scandal, how the media dragged her, how the FCC, who is in charge of, TV and things of that nature, like, it just saddened me to see the takedown of this woman. I didn't understand why they wanted to take down this woman so bad. It was just sad. And I hate that she got the short end of the stick. And I feel like, Justin Timberlake, for you having to ask whether or not you should speak and make a statement when what this woman was dealing with this scandal, with them dragging her through the mud, you could have spoke up and said something. And I just feel like it was messed up. Her being disinvited to the Grammys, and them telling her that she couldn't come to the Grammys. And, we also got to look into throughout the eras where she was with all of her boyfriends and husbands, and this woman did have a 9-year marriage where, after a while it started to drain her, but in the beginning it was the main and motivating force for her career. We wouldn't have gotten the That's the Way Love Goes, and When I Think of You, and those iconic videos, Rhythm Nation. Like, we wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't for, that 9-year marriage she had. JD gave her a great comeback when they started dating with, the 20-year-old era with Call on Me, and So Excited. And, this documentary gave us the reason why she is and should have been deemed the queen of pop. There's no way that she shouldn't have been, and she is, rightfully so, honestly. There was Madonna, and then there was Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson was, for us in the black community, what Madonna was for basically the white community, with her being a white pop star. It is what it is. Y'all know what I'm saying with that. But Janet Jackson is an icon. She's a legend. She's the moment. And if you guys have not watched the documentary, you can go to brokensilence.net or Mr. World Premiere, and you can, watch all 4 parts. They have them up already, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy to, just watch and understand what her journey was. Oh, and another thing about the illegitimate child that she had, that was very, strange to say the least when they were recording it. I didn't understand, it was crazy. It was very crazy. Recent news broke, though. We're going to move on from Janet. Love you, Janet. I have a playlist on my Apple Music called An Ode to Janet. Please go ahead and go to Apple Music, type in An Ode to Janet, or type in my profile name, TURKBISH, and download that playlist. Get your life. Next, the news broke earlier today. The sperm that keeps on giving via the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Nick Cannon reportedly has a baby boy on the way with Bree TSC. He may be adding another baby to his brood, at least that's sure the way it looks, because there is a big gender reveal party which appears to have been hosted by Nick and Bree TEC. Wow, Nick, I know that Mariah Carey is kind of like, why are you continuously giving my children more and more siblings? Do you guys not understand what I'm saying? Like, that is so crazy. That's just crazy. Nick Cannon, keep it in your pants. You need to get, some surgery done so that you don't have kids anymore. We obviously know you love sex, and there's something, you must have a lot of men swimming in that sperm, honestly, you really do have to, but not to get on another straight man's genitalia. Anywho, in other news, though, you guys, let's talk about 50 Cent and Cuban Link, the girl. She was recently found with 50 Cent. Looked like they were at some event together. She's 27 years old and he's 47 years old. So with that being said, I don't know with the age difference how long this might last. It'll be nice to see how it plays out. I mean, if she does get with him and it does last long, this could be life-changing for her. I mean, 50 Cent's a great producer and he's great at what he does in entertainment. So it would be a smart move for her. Money move, especially financially, and them building together. He might can even put her on. He's putting Light Skin Keisha on in Power. He's put Cash Doll on. And I just think it's a great thing what he's doing, highlighting other talented and skilled artists, and maybe this is just what that is. Maybe it wasn't even a date, but who's to say, at this point. And shout out to 50 Cent, because Power has keeping me on my feet, and every week it just gets good and good and good. I just don't know, what's going to happen, but we're going to see how that plays out. Now, when it comes to this whole Cardi B and Tasha K thing, there is going to be an appeal going down. So with this appeal, I don't have all of the details, but if you go to Lead Attorney on YouTube, he has all the details. He keeps up with the case, and he'll be able to break down everything for you. He'll be able to even break down what is going to happen once the appeal is filed. They're going to be able to use an old court ruling in this appeal to kind of help them with their case. And if it goes well, she might not have to pay anything. And depending on how it goes, they're going to take it up to the Supreme Court. So we're going to see how this plays out, you guys. It's like a movie in front of us. Like we're watching a movie in front of us. Other than that, let's talk about the Super Bowl. We got Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem performing, and I just think it's iconic. It's iconic. I'm excited for it. I hate the fact that they had to try to win us over by bringing all the black artists this year, and of course they want their ratings, because Jay-Z's not going to do the Super Bowl. You know, they tried him, and he lets them know, you need me, I don't need you. He said that. And so now they're doing everything they can and scrambling and trying to, you know, make up for not having one of their biggest artists that they wanted for years to be able to be a part of the Super Bowl, because they know it will bring them ratings, and they know with Jay-Z comes Beyonce. They're an entity. So when Jay-Z comes, Beyonce comes. When Beyonce comes, Jay-Z comes. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know how the Carters do, so it's nothing new. So it's all about business and marketing. Let's talk about Kanye West. So Kanye has a lot going on in the media right now, you know, with him and Kim Kardashian and the whole Pete Davidson thing. Recently, he went to his child's birthday party that he wasn't originally invited to, but Travis Scott, you know, as a friend, told him the details, where and what's going to happen and to come, and he showed up. You know, from the pictures it looked like it was okay, but who knows what's to say. You know, it's just crazy how us as people, we're watching these artists. They're living totally the same lives as we are. They might have a little bit more money in their pocket, but they still are humans. And for everybody who's out there judging Kanye West and calling him crazy, that has an effect on people. Y'all constantly calling him crazy, and I don't think he's crazy. I think he's a genius, and I think a lot of people don't understand how to take opinions, and they don't know how to really deal with that, how to take opinions and how to move forward with people's opinions. You don't have to agree with people all the time, and you're not going to agree with people all the time. So I do believe that, you know, he's a genius, and I wish the best for him, because y'all know how the Kardashian family has been over the years, the least to say. And the proof is in the pudding. I just see them destroying black men every chance they get, black people. You know, the whole thing with Jordan Woods, and, you know, now Tristan Thompson's defeat in the media. I just hate to see how black people are destroyed at the hands of the Kardashians, allegedly. But it's, other than that, you guys, that little small tea, I talked about Janet Jackson a little bit already, and I was excited about that, and I hope you guys check that out. Other shows that you guys can check out is Our Kind of People. I just recently started watching Ladies Who List Atlanta. I'm going to start back watching Selling Tampa tonight. I have to do a show with Candy Washington tomorrow on YouTube, and we're going to talk about Ladies Who List, and we're going to talk about Selling Tampa. So I'm going to prepare for that, and I hope you guys tune in tomorrow night for that on YouTube. Go and type in Talk with TURKBISH. You'll see it pop up, and put your notifications on for the video, and as soon as we go live, you'll be the first one to get the notification. Other than that, you guys go ahead and get ready to get your coins out for the Queen's return on Friday. She's coming, and there's nothing that anybody can do about this. She's coming, and she's about to let loose. And from what we're hearing, the production is crazy. A lot of hip-hop heads are already speaking on it as if they already heard it. And they've been saying that they know that she's about to bring the heat and bring back the energy that they have been longing for from Nicki Minaj. And her and Lil Baby, y'all know Lil Baby is a great artist, so y'all know he's going to bring it. And his fan base is going to definitely make sure that this is a successful single, as usual. So you guys get ready for that return. That's all I have for you guys today. This is a quick episode because I'm going to be talking about more the rest of this week. So you'll be able to tune in with everything else. Check out the documentary again. Like I said, Janet Jackson. Lifetime has a lot of great movies coming up in February for Black History, and y'all need to check that out. So go check out the list of everything that's coming out. I recently watched the 355 with Lupita in it, and the movies is coming out on Peacock very soon to be streaming. So if you have Peacock like I do, you'll be able to watch it for free soon. But you can go to the movies in the meantime until that date comes, which it didn't say when I was watching the advertisement earlier on Peacock. So we'll have to find that out. But in the meantime, that was a great movie. And not many seats filled when I was going to watch it, so you won't have to worry about it being packed. But it was a great movie. It was kind of like Ocean's 8, if anybody have remembered that movie and, you know, love that series. So I think you guys should check that out. And I can't wait to come back to talk to you guys more about Hot Topics this week. I have episodes with Candy Washington, Sapphire from Jocelyn's Cabaret, Season 1 and Season 2, and much, much more on this season to come. So I'm not going to spoil you all with all the topics that I have today, because we're going to get into some things. But I have one question to ask y'all. Do we have a problem? All right. Don't forget, do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.